Hey everybody, this is Dustin over at nerdeffect.com. I am here with Senor Cooper Andrews.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm well.
Welcome to Idaho.
Thank you.
And how's it treating you so far?
So far, so good. I'm really trying to get onto the steak and potato game while I'm here.
Understood.
Every
and
meal.
You were in the right place for it.
Okay, good.
Anything that says Simplot on it is good potatoes usually around here.
It says Simplot?
Simplot or Ida.
Really?
Yes. Usually whenever you're at the store, that's what the brand name you'll see.
Normally, if we just see Idaho potato, that means good to go. But now we're finding out that there's like factions of potatoes in Idaho.
Yeah, Ida stands for Oregon, Idaho.
Oh.
Yeah, don't tell Oregon that though.
Those crossbreeders.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
sitting on the eastern side of Oregon.
Sure.
So how's what are you expecting to find here at Treasure Valley Comic Con?
Well, I'm expecting to find myself for one. Every place I go to, I try to find a little bit of my soul that left me.
And you think that's going to be found here in Idaho?
Possibly. I've been traveling around finding clues to what used to be me. No, I don't know. I'm expecting to meet some cool people. It's funny because when we go to the, different areas, different states and stuff, you can definitely tell. I mean, you can definitely tell a cultural difference just by the way people talk, by the way they talk, or and so I always enjoy that. So I've never been to Idaho, so this is you're so new to me. You're so new to me.
So, if you recognized me, I would be seriously surprised. Like horribly surprised.
I know you.
But excitedly surprised at the same time. So if I read correctly, you're a New York native, correct?
Yeah. I was born Long Island, then lived in Jersey for a bit, then Maryland, then Georgia, and now I'm off in the West Coast.
That all just sounds very much like a spiritual journey. That like you're kind of doing the rounds. And Georgia was for The Walking Dead, I'm guessing.
No. Georgia was before. I moved to Georgia when I was still a kid, 12 or 13. All my closest friends, they're all from there. A lot of them are out in LA with me, so it's cool. Georgia just happened to be the thing, and then when I was in high school, that's when we started up our film group, and eventually once we left, they made it a class the year later, and I went straight from high school into doing films since Atlanta was building up as this new mecca for shooting movies.
So what got you interested in film? Like what was the like I need to do that moment?
I have like a martial arts background, and so when we were doing we're in high school, when we shoot these things, we would just turn it into fight sequences. Which, looking back,
Jean-Claude Van Damme references and stuff.
Yeah.
A little blood sport.
Yeah.
A little aspirin in the eyes. Yeah.
No, we did that.
Really awkward cry sounds. Yeah.
That's gonna be a really weird clip if you just use that only.
Headlines: Cooper Andrews really constipated in TVCC.
Holding it in constantly. His trick: always hold it in. No, so we.
That's what the bodybuilders don't tell you. Hold it in.
Yeah, hold it. Constantly flex. So the fighting led to then working with a lot of people who did film stuff. So I tried going for fight choreography, and then it turned into this mix of working on the crew side, and then I started enjoying it so much that when certain roles would come in, I wouldn't want to do them because I was like, well, I'm kind of working, and this is kind of stupid looking. So, not to be a jerk about it, just every time it's like. The things I read for would be like bouncer, like guys. It's like, can't come in. Oh God, what are you doing? And it's like every movie needs that apparently. That scene.
Character acting type.
Just big bouncer. So I stopped doing a lot of auditions and just stopped. I just didn't care for it. It didn't interest me in any way. So, but yeah, learning about learning the cameras and learning the equipment, and learning about lighting, and learning all this other stuff has been. Not saying I know any of it, but I definitely spent some time around it, and it helped you appreciate the process more. And as an actor, it's you become very aware these 12-hour days that these people are doing, and you know, 'cause I used to do like 80-hour weeks, so I try to just sort of get through the day and then.
80 hours a week as an actor, or as somebody behind the camera?
As someone behind the camera, as a boom operator, it was long hours. You know, I mean, we had. I mean, I've shot days where it's like just 24 hours straight. You know, it's just it's just long. You know,
so start holding the boom like this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'd be. Just start falling asleep.
Stand up, Cooper. Stand up. Hey.
Pretty much how it rocks.
So, is that more of your focus these days? Is to be more behind the camera?
No, that was before all the
Okay.
acting stuff. So now it's I've been working pretty steadily for the last 4 years now, or 3.5 years. So it's been, acting wise, it's been good. Getting to meet a lot of new people, a lot of people that, you know, that you get excited to meet, that you've looked up to in the past. And then,
yeah.
You know, so it's you're always scared. It's like, oh man, I hope these people are cool. You know, I'm about to meet them. I hope they're cool. And you know, luckily it's mostly been good. So
I couldn't help but notice the shirt. You are a wrestling fan, I take it.
Oh yeah. My buddies and I, we used to gather around on Mondays, and now I guess it's Monday, Tuesday, or however they're doing it, because it used to be SmackDown was like Thursday.
I think it's
When they
SmackDown
were on
Live
Hulu.
now or whatever they.
Yeah, we'd watch it on Hulu always the next day, so we'd miss little bits of it. But
the hour and a half version or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were just again busy, but no, my buddy he would give us the backstories of all these people, so we were just like, oh wow, this is way more entertaining than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's way more story driven nowadays than it used to be.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. I just watched this show on Netflix called Glow.
I saw it there, but I haven't seen
Dude,
it.
it's so good. It's so good, yeah. I mean, the acting's incredible, and the writing's great, and but yeah, I love watching all the women and just them trying to, because they don't know anything about wrestling, you know?
Right?
And so like, but why would they just hit them? Because they don't need that much backstory. They just, because you're a bad guy, you know.
Just
like,
do it.
Just like which in acting world is like, but why am I a bad guy? It's like, because you are.
What's
you
my
know?
motive?
Your motive is because you're evil. You know, it's like.
But why?
So yeah, that show's good. I'd recommend that.
Awesome. So I guess for people who don't know, what project have you been on, and what are some of your future projects that you're trying to work on?
I guess I'm most known for being on Walking Dead. I play this character who's this part of this group called the Kingdom, and we're these guys dressed up in BMX pads, and we're fighting off the dead with axes and swords and spears and stuff. And anyway, our leader is this guy named King Ezekiel, who has this tiger named Shiva, and he has like this great presence. But you know, it's when you watch season 1 and then you get to season 7, there's a huge confusion of, all right, so what happened? At what point does a man have a tiger? And there's another guy with a leather jacket and a baseball bat, walking around.
I guess you just assumed that the animals in the zoo got free and
somehow
tamed one.
Yeah, well, I mean, he in the story, he raises this tiger, and then after that, that's when the apocalypse comes, and then he saves that tiger, and now she's living fat in the herb garden, so it's all good.
Nice. And in future projects, you got anything in the works?
Yeah, I shot a movie for before season 8 started, but this thing called Den of Thieves. It's got Gerard Butler, 50 Cent, Pablo Schreiber, Shay Jackson, and it's about these two groups, some cops, these like hardcore like sheriffs, and then these hardcore crooks, and they're trying to rob the Federal Reserve, and the cops know, they just don't know when, and so they're this guy Shay, he's put in the middle between these two groups when they're trying to get information from either side, and so he has to sort of do his best to play the line.
Right.
But it's gonna be a really, really cool movie. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. It comes out January 19th, 18th, something like that.
Excellent.
So it's gonna be good.
All right. Well, I think that just wraps it up. You got anything else you want to final say?
No, I'm sorry if I bored you for.
Oh man, it's awesome. I'm always excited when I find a fellow wrestling fan, and we're kind of like, we know Mega Ran a lot, and he was on the last SmackDown with them as their little troupe, which was kind of cool. And
That's awesome.
And I mean, we got to meet Jake the Snake Roberts last year, which was really dope. And gave me a big old hug. It was awesome.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I just missed. I was my buddy just he has a radio show in Florida. He's on the show as well. And anyway, he just got to interview Hulk Hogan. I was like, oh, I missed it. So I was like, brother. Yeah, so I had to skip it. But yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, thanks for letting me talk.
Well, awesome. Thanks for coming out, and I hope you guys have fun and
me too.
Meet a lot of cool people, and I hope you find your soul journey here.
Yeah, no, I need it.
If you're looking for good candy, find yourself an Idaho Spud. Mason will disagree with you, I think.
I will totally disagree with that.
I'm just looking for steak and potatoes. Is that a candy?
Yes.
Potatoes
yes. I think in any good home country back area, it's steak and potatoes is considered on the sugar part of the
Oh, well, that's
food
good.
pyramid.
I'm excited. I'm excited for what's about to come to my stomach. So.
All right. Well, thanks again, and I'll catch you guys later. We'll throw all of his links and stuff down in ye old video
Somewhere here.
And
fit this in at any point. Right here. On your screen.
The Vanna White special.
Somewhere here.
All right. Well, thanks, man.
All right. Appreciate
it. Thanks, man.